Okay. Thank you, angels, ancestors, and guides. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father. I really gotta get a better way of shuffling these. The Dakini of Infinite Light. We've seen this energy before. The Dakini. If I'm not mistaken, it comes out of Hinduism. We're going to check in a moment. Telepathy of Terramatra. Terramata. Martyr? Matter? Something. Bear. The tiger. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm piecing something together. Oh boy. Okay. All right. All right. I just had to be like, oh, because there's so many of them. All right. So your connection to higher realms has been reestablished, cleared. If you have been experiencing any sort of issues in your clairs, we'll say that, even though the focus here is that of telepathy, but the heart chakra carries its own clair unto itself, right? And so these pathways are being shifted. They're still saying ultimately, no matter what it is that you're guided to, that these gifts bring you, your perception of the outside environment, you ultimately are in control with this, okay? So you may need to reestablish some of the boundaries you had prior, when your connections were not being hindered or interrupted or played with or something like that, okay? Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, just clear. All right, like so, your psychic gifts are back on steroids. So you need to create boundaries, healthy boundaries. Do the things that, again, that you were doing prior. I feel like this interference and or blockage, it didn't necessarily come from within. I feel like it was a combination of the transits, people working against you energetically speaking, and just being tested, right? And so those people who working against you were simply tools in your test. So no need to harbor resentment, okay? That's a big thing. I like to remind people, um, you know, there was a Judas and a camp. There were two, right? But only one actually betrayed Christ. He knew it, right? That's the thing about the knowing, and then but you still leave room type thing. There's no need. Okay, that's a lot. This energy is allowing you to reconnect to the divine feminine, if you will. I'm gonna pull these up. That frequency in particular. Hold on. Down, down. Ah, okay. Don't do it. So this in particular frequency, 741, right? 741 hertz. When I look up the effects, right, it says it leads to healthier, simpler life, and also to changes in the diet towards foods which are not poisoned by various kinds of toxins. It can also cleanse the cells from electromagnetic radiations. So some people like to use like tungsten or things like that, which are very good for removing free radicals and things like that from the body and the atmosphere that surrounds you. Um, it also impacts viral, bacterial, and uh, fungal infections in the body. And so you're literally clearing out your systems. And so if you've been doing this, continue to do this. Okay. Let's look at 396 hertz. You know, I told you that 369 was going to be prevalent all year round for those of you who've been watching the majority of the readings that I've been putting out this year. Just saying. This is the energy where I was feeling like there were energies being used, right? So it says 396 hertz. The energy is very helpful in relieving unnecessary stress, worry, and fear. As it performs, it and originates in the root chakra. It strongly eliminates negative cells and neurons from the mind. It releases unnecessary fears and blocks negative energy from your subconscious mind. To the main source of worry is fear and expectancy. Right. See what I mean? Like, and I like the energy of the tiger here, right? Because cats are highly connected to the electromagnetics in the atmosphere. Everything, their hair, the whisker design, the hairs are hollow. Like when you really, even the folds in the face, everything is designed to be attuned to the environment. But you are definitely picking up on a lot of other energies, and that's the an important focus right now. You need to know that not only have you cleared this, but now you're back into the realm of being in everybody's energetic field, maybe unknowingly. So do again those things to protect you, to allow you to pick and choose whose energetic environments that you are interacting with, picking up, absorbing, and things like that. Okay. They're showing me that scene from oh gosh, Trading Places, a very old movie. For I think it's the 80s, 1980s. Um, and it's a scene where Eddie Murphy is the star of this movie, or there's other people of notoriety at the time, but it's not important. He hands, no, 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 excuse me, different. Okay, so characters overlap, forgive me. So the characters start in that movie, Trading Places, right? Because trading places, right? That's poignant unto itself. Maybe you were treated for a brief period to walk in someone else's shoes, in the darkness of not knowing, of being disconnected, of not having your gifts and abilities, and still having to navigate the world. Right. Both spiritual and physical. Right. But now we're back. Because if you fast forward to Coming to America, the original, there's a scene where he's courting Lisa in the movie, right? And he hands two homeless guys, which were in Trading Places anyway, a bag of money. And out of nowhere, they're looking in the bag, and he hits his brother like, Mortimer, Mortimer, wake up. We're back. Now think about the name Mortimer unto itself, right? And the name Lisa. Like most people are familiar with the term lease, right? Um, so a time, a period, a spell, right? When I hear the name Mortimer, it makes me think of a few things. The mortar and pestle of spice grinding and other things, right? But also the mortar set for when we're building and laying bricks and foundation. And so now we yes, there might have been a tower, but a tower is the universe. No one can, they are tools the same way we are. So understand, right? Someone brought to my attention a post that someone had made, and it was a collective of men standing around a table, and there was a firearm sitting on the table. Now we have retired law enforcement, retired military, all of these people with all of this experience, right? And so the video is just playing. They're standing around, they're talking, and they look down. They go, "What's that?" It's a joke. It's very tongue in cheek, but the reminder is tools are just available. They have to be picked up. They have to be wielded in order to be used, right? They don't use themselves. It's just not the way it is. Like that's a bell, right? But the bell will make not one sound until I pick it up, right? It has to have an energy, an interaction, cause and effect, right? Exactly. So this is neat. Where we are, you're back, is what you need to know. I kind of need to write that down. No, it's we're back. Because when you work with spirit, right, you technically are a we, and I don't mean in the sense that people use it in the non-binary community, although that is a universal law and precept that again the negative forces are trying to manipulate people's psyche into again convoluting its true meaning. Okay, moving forward. Yeah, you're really just going to be like, so you need to know your own feelings and emotions, right? Because again, this energy you're picking up, you're seeing, you're reading, you're in it. It's a lot, right? So again, see the shield around her and this energy, right? Okay. Okay. I'm just going to leave these up here. But you're in control, okay? I just really need you to understand that. Mm, you've earned it. I feel like that was a big part of this test. Y'all awfully quiet. Grand Rising, folks. Wow. See, all of this is up. Look, 11, 22. Y'all, we'll look those numbers up in a moment. But see, fear and then wisdom. You are freed, right? But you're also picking up all of these energies. Understand that. What is yours, what is not. Fear doesn't live in you, right? Right. Know the difference. You are literally sailing in the abyss on the spiritual highway, and there are so many people who are lost and who are afraid, who will try to connect to your energetic aura, okay? Because you are light in the darkness. All right? I'm just going to. That's funny. 1122, and then the next card underneath of the 11 is a 2. See, see, see. You are in control. Ones and twos are very like, mind your business. I'm over here doing something. I haven't considered somebody else's whatever's yet. Okay. Okay. That's all the personal power numbers. The way I sense this. Okay. New beginnings, 1122. Yo, how many days in a row have we gotten the energy of new beginnings and all the sorts of numerology? Right, 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 right. They're speaking. Right. It says related to new beginnings, manifesting your desires and finding your spiritual purpose. Exactly. Exactly. These cards indicate that as well. This number has a high energy vibration and signals a positive change or adjustment in your life. It also encourages you to follow your intuition, create meaningful relationships, and let go of toxic dynamics. Wow, we just went real country. I don't know whose accent that was, but that was funny. Um, yeah, no more toxic dynamics. Isn't it interesting? Look, this is 396, right? And then 936. See? See? Over and over again. Ah, right. Yeah, I don't know. Beatbox? Who does the beatbox? Okay. This number is a reminder that you are a powerful creator and that the universe is aligning itself to help you. See what I mean? See what I mean, Jelly Bean? And then look, two beginnings, new moon, right? We're preparing for that. Wow. And it's really turned up because in this deck, the lunar energy belongs to the masculine, the lunar god, okay? Not a goddess, a god, okay? That is the other side. It's so funny. We often only see the illuminated side of the moon, right? So again, it's showing you the masculine face. It's the man on the moon, right? You never see the dark side. Mm. Mm. Even our very own planet lives in that constant duality. Ooh, 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 Mufasa. Like, Yeshua. Like, I'm just having a lot of fun right now. And so they're showing, look, Yishi Tosoga, 30, but 333, and then the number itself is 33. And then look, Spirit Bear is a 15, break it down to a 6. I could do this all day. We might be doing this all day. You know what I mean? 369. Do me one more time, get low. I feel like that's what it was. We had to get low. We had to go from the window to the wall, right? We had to go into the sweat lodge, right? Till sweat drip down, right? Right. Until you, the song goes skeet, right? But I'm seeing and hearing yeet. Like you had to purge, you had to get rid of some shit. That's right. Oh, yeet, yeet, yeet. Right, you have to get rid of some things. You have to purge it. So we have 222 appearing, and we have three. Look, 222, balance, harmony, cooperation, and faith, right? Because we saw the zip 2 and then 22. All right, all right. And then we're going to do the 333 just out of arbitrary means because get them, get them, get them. I see you. And it's just letting you know your guardian angels are with you. They're encouraging you, they're protecting you, they're helping you create stronger connections. Okay? Okay. Wow. It's beautiful. But see, this is the part, right? I need you. This is a great visual, right? Let me make sure I got this to where you can see it. Um, because you see, right? I feel like crows will be an indicator, right, of when people are orbiting who could be operating from a fear-based personality, from a fear-based reality. Wait, I'm sorry, it's glared up. But that's because the sunshine. Let's see. That's a little better. All right. But yeah, right? This is what they've been incubating you for, okay? And it's so interesting, right? Because the cage bird, right? There's no bird in the cage. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But they're trying to attach, right? That's so interesting. There's one tether to the cage, right? And then there are all these birds flying around. The divine feminine energy, and I mean this very cosmically, has been literally, you've been being incubated, folks. You are free in these spiritual streets. Oh my word. And look, you know who she is, right? Wisdom. I told you. She was teaching you. Mama was teaching you. Oh, thank you, Mama. Look at the peace. Oh, one, right? 8 and 2 breaks down to what? 10, right? That's their. All right, Neo. Oh, you was look, creation. You were. I'm telling you, if you didn't feel like you was in an incubator, I don't know what else to tell you. And if you didn't feel that way, then maybe this message isn't for you, and there'll be another one for you. Yeah, she said she's. Mama has set us free. Look, 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 release. You're ready. Look at all the butterflies. You've turned those crows, you turned those fears into something much more powerful. Release, and there's blossoming, right? Oh, oh. I'm like giddy by this energy, y'all. Right. I told you you had to purge some things, you had to yeet some things. The long night moon, darkness, right? You had to release all of your worries, your fears, your anxieties. You and spirit had to get to a place, right, where you was like, I trust you implicitly. I will walk down this long dark. It's fine. It's fine. The dark, it don't I'm not afraid of the dark. Some of y'all may remember that show on Nickelodeon way back when in your childhood. I'm talking to grown folks. Some of y'all might have to ask your parents. I don't know if they revamped it. I don't know. But they used to sit around a fire in the woods and tell ghost stories. Right. In your look, in the darkness, look at that. Abundance was found. Because it's infinite possibilities, right? When you can see, right, with the light, you're limited by what the light shows you. The literal distance, it ends, it fades. It's like there's only a point on the horizon to which you can see, but in the darkness your imagination roams free. It is just that, you know what I mean? Like you just the night sky is infinitely more powerful than the day. Those stars are so far away. It gives you Just like, wow, wonder, just utter wonder, right? How to look, creation and abundance. Look at that. Forging ideas. Sometimes you gotta go dark. It's like when you do a social media detox and you unplug and you put the auto reply on the emails and you just like, I gotta check out for a little bit. I just kind of gotta decompress and leave it all alone, you know? Right, assessing. Interesting. Finding beauty in the void. That's how that feels to me. And again, another two. It's 20, but it's a two, right? Looking beyond. Ah! And as I say that, discernment. Exactly. Look, ones and twos again. Exactly. What do I love? Blondie. Mm, mm, mm. Looking beyond the skin, I'm telling you. Because beauty is more than skin deep, it's a soul thing. I've seen some very, 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 very attractive people who had the ugliest, blackest, most disgusting, vile souls you could imagine. You're just like, well, eventually those two will catch up to each other. I'm hearing it's a group thing. Exactly. So cool. So cool. Look, this is the thing. This is why you had to go into this energy, this whole period. Discernment. It is a skill. It has to be fine tuned. Not even playing. Not even playing. Like, you just got to know. And you got to trust that knowing. And the only way of getting to that point is actually being tested and putting it to the test, right? And not jumping the gun, having the faith and the resilience and the patience to allow things to come and like, okay, I was right about that. And acting on your discernment when there is something to act upon. Okay? Look, this is what it led to. Look how the synchronicities 41, 42, right? All things in order. Queen of the Moon, sovereignty, the masculine, lunar god. Do you see what happened? See what happened? See what happened? Ha 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 ha. This is just effing fabulous. There is no free list. I don't do free readings. You can book a personal via email at intuitivedownloads19 at gmail.com. And you use PayPal for payments, but we have to communicate about it first. Otherwise, just hang out, General Collective. I might pick up your energy. If Spirit has something to say, they will say it. That's what I know for sure. Didn't I tell y'all y'all had this? Look at this. There's the sweat lodge. That's the yeeted energy. You had to purge the impurities to be light as a feather. Owls are like soundless when they hunt, right? You can't hear them. Feathers are built to be quiet, to see, right? They have almost what, turn their head. It's serious. I can't remember the actual degrees. It's almost like a 360, but it's no, in either direction. What is that, like over 180 degrees in each direction or some shit like that? Don't, I just know they have a lot of like range in the motion and their ability to see behind them and in front of them. Like, it's just, they had to unclog and purge all the things that were, you know, blocking your gifts. The who's, the what's, the where. Not to mention, right? We're gonna say it. We're gonna say it because these these excuse me, these frequencies in particular, right? I like the one that how it says solve polluti, because when I see polluti, it makes me think of pollution, and so it purges the pollutions out of your body, right? We've gone through quite some shit the last several years, right? We got foods that are GMO, we've got engineered viruses, we got funguses being like, are you freaking kidding me right now? With the full-on assault that's been taken, um, that mankind's been taken by these unethical fucking scientists who like to run lab experiments filled. Are you serious? Matter of fact, I want you guys to go watch a doc. What is it, like a Netflix joint? It's called Gunter, the richest dog in the world. I want you to go see how sick people really are, and how when people really put out a plan, the long game, and really planning for all the variables. This is like evil genius level shit. Check it out, and you'll see it a microcosm of how scientists truly fucking think and why they have to be like they need oversight by regular people. And I mean regular people. Okay? So all of this was necessary. We had to get healthy again, collectively. They done injected people. They done infected people. Are you serious right now? They done had you breathing in the same back. Like, are you serious right now? Locked up in people's homes with these carbon fucking. They are sick homes. They don't breathe. So you're locked in with the same content. Are you serious? Are you really paying attention? This is not for a healthier society. This is for a controlled society. You need to like wake up. We call it woke problems. We're here to like, so yeah, this is very important. And if you're not using these frequencies, you really need to. And there's something about you needed to use discernment, right? Because everybody who puts out those songs, right? I have one playing in the background. They're not all the same. You will feel it in your spirit if it's not truly that. I would say take it a step further and actually go to the Schumann Resonance page and like feel and hear what's actually being emitted. That's just pure tone, okay? Okay. Yeah, she about to birth. Look, you're crowning. Oh, y'all, this is dope. Yeah, Hunter and Blade. Interesting energy. The Holy Mountain. Exactly. You ever just get excited when you. So we got the upper world, right? Because we done been in the underworld. The rattle, right? The rattle. The child, right? And the vision quest. Boo boo, what I tell you? What I tell you? What I tell you? Clearly, I like things that shake, shimmy, and rattle. The vision quest. Oh, that's that sweat lodge type shit. What you seek, you will find. Mm. You you passed. I mean, I cannot say this enough. You passed. You heeded the warning. 7 and 7. 6. Success. Look, you seen what you needed to see. Oh, hold on. One day I'll tell you guys the story of this rattle. Oh, needless to say, they've been, I've been taking my journeys. Ooh. Yeah, we just do that. You just, mm, yeah, that is such beautiful energy. It really is. Baby. Listen, you really have come through it. Like, you are really in your path and your purpose, and further instructions are coming in. I just wanted to check with the upper world. Everything else I'm pretty clear about, but okay, just angels, divine helpers, the ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become, discover your great potentials and undreamt of possibilities. It is also where it is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. Right. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. Clear distractions, right? Again, yeet out what doesn't serve you, right? It says, so that you can move into your higher destiny. Do not fall to the temptations to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. See, the vision quest is an inner vision, right? You're meeting your higher self. So, mm, you're you got eons to go, is what it feels like. You're heeding the call, right? Because rattle, but you're new to some levels, right? So you got to crawl before you can walk. I feel like that's a good thing, right? You're just being like released. Mm. So right? It says what you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the it says, excuse me, it is in fact the irritation that you need to take a great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in two small jumps. No, you can't. You have a lot of guidance, a lot of support, a lot of helpers around you. Okay? You're here to train. Don't be afraid to reach out. But with the rattle, right? Early warning signs. Because I think about rattlesnakes. They really don't want to bite you, but that rattle is an indicator that you should leave them alone, right? So don't be immature on this path. Some of you, I really feel like, will benefit from like a birthing ceremony. It's so funny. Yeah, like a a spiritual retreat. There, throughout antiquity, we have uncovered and rediscovered some of the most ancient sites globally. A lot of the shamanic traditions focus around the sweat lodge, right? That is the womb, that is the hot, moist environment in which we are all birthed from. It is uncomfortable for all participants in the birth. And so it is a reenactment over and over again, but you have to see it. Now, um, true shamans do explain these things. There's a whole process on how they're even uh, constructed, these lodges. I feel like you will receive a call. Like you're going to be guided to some place like this. I don't know where and when. It's not my business, but I do see this. That's interesting. I really feel like this only applies to those of you who have a shamanic calling. To be quite honest, this does not feel like it's for everyone. Like this was very specific. Nature's going to speak to you. Children are pure in the sense that they feel, they react off of very primordial senses. And so with the discernment, the child, and the rattle, like when you're uncomfortable, like heed that, because you're literally being regenerated, both mind, body, and spirit. Children see true. Some of you are being given the green light to take this vision quest. You need this medicine. You'll know, you know. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I don't encourage people to consume anything. But this is very specific. That's why I said it's for those who truly feel the call of the shaman, because this is medicine. It is not recreation or anything like that. There is something that will occur. It's going to take you back, way back. It's going to clear up some things that happened in your childhood. Okay? It's going to fill in those gaps. This could actually take place. I'm seeing this eclipse happening here. I know we have one coming up around the new moon. Yeah, that's around the 20th. When the That's so interesting. So the sun enters Taurus, the moon enters Taurus. So sorry. Wow. All right. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, so this is going to be okay, but it's going to help you open up. Now, you could just have some natural, organic, outer body sort of experience. You could actually find yourself in a sauna or some sort of organic process that actually triggers this sort of vision quest. For I know many years back, I had heard, I don't know, because I didn't do the research and it's not something I've experimented with. So, that LSD is one of those things that can like re-trigger in your body. Okay. And so somebody could just have like a reactivation of something that's already in their system in this sort of purge. From my understanding, it is locked in the spinal fluid. So you could see a chiropractor and have a massive adjustment or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, there are other ways of having a vision quest in a very innocent sort of way. You know what I mean? But I do feel like you're going to be led by your guides on where to go. There's a feeling, a pulse. It's a lot of energy around the heart chakra. I'm just gonna say it, like, those are two very, very, very powerful totems. Bear and tiger. Mama bear, right? She ain't nothing to play with. She be smaller than the male. But for them cubs, boy, she a beast. Just saying. We all know about tigers, right? You should leave them alone because they got no qualms chewing up men. Some of them have developed a taste. So, man eater. Both are capable. Just saying. Okay? Okay. But it's the energy of the solar eclipse in Taurus that I'm picking up because this is an eclipse happening. So number 7. Let me just see something real quick. Okay. It's 8 days. I thought it was going to be 7. I was close. So anyway, feelings, value, self-worth, talent, heredity, social privilege, and cultural background, possession, security, earning abilities, right? Money, period, point blank. But it's also energy, flow, current, right? Some things could be unlocked, like the illumination, so it can be released. See, even with the vision quest, just it's like this solar energy. There's the train. Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Smurfs though. Smurfs. Nah, 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 nah. Right. Well, you know, the joke with the Smurfs is that they like to eat the mushrooms, right? So some of you may eat mushrooms and have this sort of vision quest. I'm not judging. I'm just giving you the downloads I'm getting. I mean, like, there's such utter guidance because you're so new. Like, this is so great. Like, there's a lot of sheltering happening because this path is so new. You are a child on this path, aka a neophyte. So you are finally, it doesn't matter your age, okay? I'm saying it like that, but you are, because a lot of people have been like, win. And so you are here. You have arrived at the threshold of your spiritual calling. Not saying you weren't doing things leading up to it. That's one, that's like walking the staircase to enter the monastery. Once you get inside the monastery, the work begins. But there's a journey to the monastery, so to speak. That is an arduous walk. Most like I'm thinking of like the ones from like the kung fu movies and shit for some reason, and it'd be like 1,000 steps. Think about that, 1,000 steps before you actually get to where you're trying to get to. So you were tested along the way, right? Your endurance, your stamina, your dedication, right? Because some people would look up that mountain and be like, oh my God, why? Okay? Your resolve. But you are new to this. Oof. I said it was oh, I'm just so glad I went back and double checked because I get it, but it's so much, it's better when you get the confirmation. Okay. It says the child knows the way to joy and happiness. The child offers the return of a second innocence, a time born of wisdom and not naivety. This card allows you to correct your course and offers you a second chance. It brings you the possibility of redemption and entering heaven while on earth. See what I mean? See what I mean? The child is here to release you from the habit of being yourself. Right. So if you've been holding yourself back, limiting this, that, and the third, man, yeah, this renewed innocence, we'll just call it second puberty, but spiritual puberty. It's going to feel amazing. You have new vision. A second chance at innocence, of releasing you from being you. Vision quest. All those fears, doubts, worries, things that were placed there that were not yours, that were those attachments. All those things that people placed on you trying to keep you in this cage. That you done bossed up. I love it. I do. I do. I do. It's great. Feels great. Look at this. Mm. Wow. I mean that. So much success. Now you know how to manifest, right? It is the formula. No, excuse me, 6 neutrons, 6 protons, uh, wait, neutrons, protons, wait, electrons. Thank you. It is the formula, the building blocks. How you use them creates different combinations of things, right? You know now. Oh, this is cool. Yes. Yeah. Yes. You know now. You know now. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's really cool. I told you. That's why they gave me the monastery, the hermit, the monk. Bam. Told you. Shaman. See, they had to see if you would be willing to invest, right? Mm. just because people answer the, you know what I mean? Like, it's a stick to itiveness. That's why the 1,000 steps came to mind. That is, you have to be dedicated to get there. Be willing to persevere. Not necessarily long suffering, but you know what I mean? Faith that things will grow, that they will mature into the right thing. I don't know about you, but as a gardener, sometimes, especially when I had a larger garden setting, I had so many seeds, right? And I had them in a bag, and sometimes seeds would get loose, and now I got like a handful of just random fucking seeds. I'm like, and I'm looking at them, I'm like, okay, well, these all look alike, and these look, and I'm trying to separate them, but at a point, right, that's a lot. So you just kind of throw them all in there, and when they start to sprout, you like, oh, I separate them when they grow a little bit. It's a process. If the soil is fertile, the seeds will grow, right? That's phase one, right? But just because something sprouts doesn't mean it's actually going to mature into a proper whatever. Okay? It's that whole process. Even with being called to this sort of path, it's not just the wheat and the tares. It's a lot to be dedicated. This is not for the faint of heart. Many are called, few are chosen. Why? Because it takes a lot to get to the top of the fucking mountain. Bam, holy mountain. Oh, Father, I love you. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, because shit got to get to the right temperature before you can actually skewer that kebab, right? The knowing. They know when. Because it gets hotter. What they about to lay on you, it gets hotter. Make it hot, make it hot. Ooh, chiwali wali, ooh, Oh, because look. Because you have to choose to say yes to your destiny. You do. You literally, you had to know what you was getting yourself into for, like, because you still got free will. All right. Some people could have resisted it. They could have been like, no, it's too much. It's just, oh my God, it's just everything's coming at me at once. Right? But that's the process to know whether or not you can handle it. That's why I be like, y'all, like, it's not a joke when people be like, no, God, my best friend. I mean that, right? But that come with some shit. It do. It really do. Like, you gonna get into all sorts of ish, but you always gonna make it home fine. You gonna be just fine. You gonna be fine. But it's a lot of excitement, and you may not have woke up that morning and been like, yeah, I feel like kicking over a hornet's nest today. Yeah, but you don't get that. You just be like, okay, best friend, where we going? Okay, just saying. Obedience. Every delay, everything was just, I'm telling you, it was all in the process. They had to, like, show you some things. That way, when they bought this big ass cup to you, you wouldn't be like, hold up, it's too much. Wait a minute. So, I feel like they gave it to you in segments. They let you taste all the ingredients and the parts and pieces and shit. And that way, you would make the choice on your own to leave behind what didn't serve you. You see what I mean? The liars, the cheats, the fuck boys, like all of these things in the process of purging one's life, all the emotional baggage, right? All of those energies. Okay? You was gonna have to see it for yourself. Do the work, do the research. But now, now look, Wheel of Fortune Judgment. Look, Three of Cups, Page of Cups. There's that child energy, right? And there's the Hierophant. Okay. I just wanted to show you. Okay. It's a process. Each one of those stairs you climbed on the way up to the temple. Right? Do you see the guy at the top of the temple? Like the monastery, but it's like a giant Buddha? Right. That's how you reach enlightenment. That's how you reach nirvana. One step at a time. Okay. Yeah. You are now cooking with gas, as they say. Yeah. It's even better than you could have imagined. Six of Wands, Nine of Cups. I mean that. They got a gift rack. So pretty and stuff. Well, I just want to see what that is because you keep looking at me and I feel like you're important. Hold on. Y'all be catching them trying to use my mic and shit. That is so interesting. Wow. Okay. This is really cool. Like, really, really cool. My word. Yeah, that eclipse is serious. Like, see? Reference here, reference here. Yeah. Something massive is going to happen on the April 20th. I know it's 420. I'm not talking to you potheads. I'm not. I love you though. But it's not that. It's not that, okay? It's not that. This is something crazy is about to happen. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it. Yes, I have time. I'm glad I looked over. I did. Like, because, look at that. Caught up in the rapture of you. My, oh my, oh my. Yeah. Go ahead, do your thing. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord. Yo, the devil on your ass, Ray. I'm just saying. The devil is on your ass. Soon as I touch the cards. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, you need to rebuke that nigga. I'm not even joking. Wow. Ray feels like she's being tested at church. Did she pass this test? Yes or no? Yeah, sweetheart. Yeah, they said you a badass being. What? Yeah. Yeah. Straight up. But see, I feel, look, this is the reason, right? Whew. You got that light to you now, boo. You done woke up. Now they moth to a flame, burned by the fire. Mm-hmm. They saying, listen, you on a new level of a spiritual journey right now. You need to anticipate that this shit is coming toward you, that these energies, because of all this light and this juice that you're flowing with right now, that they are going to be like, you. That's, you need to know that. Like on some real shit, like they planning. Wow. Right. I don't know how you feel about your calling. I mean, I know you already know you are a natural leader, but that last message we just did might really, I don't know if it resonated for you, but it might have. Because, being a spiritual leader, I use the word shaman because I love it. Um, it just implies so much more from how I feel about things. But that calling to be a spiritual leader, and I mean that, like a real spiritual leader. You have true teachings, you have true knowledge, insight, and you're a good communicator to boot. Yeah. I feel like, but on some real shit, they could be. Mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Oh, they like, yeah, it's that. Yeah, yeah, it's that. Um. So, oh, you about to really start feeling a little different about your church community. Like it's like something's missing, sort of energy. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you've been there. I feel like a part of that community for quite some time. But I feel like you're being nudged in some way, shape, or form. Only you can really know what you're being nudged to do. I don't know if it's to find a new church home or, start something else. Maybe you have no inclination whatsoever, but I do. I see a spiritual calling on you. You're a badass spiritual being. Mm-hmm. Mm. And spirit right there with you. So I really feel like this is a lot of tests that's coming your way. Yeah. But you passed. I mean, that's real simple. But they're going to keep coming, is what I want you to know. God. To be sitting in the Nine of Cups, right? Life's good. Life's fucking good. This is amazing. But that means people, people be wanting to come sit at the table and you like, seats taken. Yeah. But this is the same energy here at the Hierophant, the Hermit. But I also feel like, I don't know what your rapport is like with your minister, your pastor, or reverend, however you refer to them. Um, but this could be like a way of getting you to step up. That's what it feels like. It feels kind of pokey. Like this is all being orchestrated behind the scenes. Now, I could interpret this as, the Almighty, but the Pentacles reference real people, right? Physical beings. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. I feel like you need to keep pushing that. Okay, see, that makes more sense. Have a conversation with him straight up. Like, you would be amazing for that position. You'd be very happy. But I don't know. But then the Five of Pentacles comes out, right? Like, I feel like that person may want you to walk away, right? Make you feel some kind of way. I would ignore that. Like, because it fell on the floor. So it makes me feel like quiet as it's kept. That's really what the goal is, to get you away, because that's the outside of the church, to get you to move beyond. Uh, Tell me about the Five. They saying stand your ground. That's really what it is. She wants you to leave. I'm telling you, it's because you in this energy. I know you're not a water sign, but that just feel like you looking all cute, comfortable, happy, and content. Life's good, bitch. Life's real good. We like this energy. We want to keep you in this energy. You stable. I feel like you need some turquoise when you go to church. I'm not kidding. Some rose quartz and some turquoise. I'm not even joking. Maybe you already have a little necklace or something, or, something. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. She just mad that you are so well liked. Look, strength and Three of Cups. Like, people rock with you. Not to mention that presence you got. That strong, silent type, right? You funny. Nah, it's a test, but just expect that shit. Yeah. Look, I don't care how she come across. Mm-mm. This person is definitely, she will never be a friend. It's a heads up that these tests really gonna keep coming. That these little plots and plans, and they gonna keep strategizing and shit, because they want you. I don't know why they want you out, but I almost feel like it's dual, because there's a calling. I feel that, like, it's beyond you just wanting a leadership position in the nursery. No, 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 no. This feels bigger than that, actually. So the divine could be truly using people as these tools, you know what I mean, to get you someplace that's more soothing. I don't know. Or she might end up leaving. But either way, there's something interesting. See, you said it's a family, like it's your uncle or your cousin. I'm sorry. Wait. You said he family. All right. But see how it's like they want you to branch out in a different direction? Something like that. Especially, they want you to be where the children actually need you. And I'm not saying that the nursery there couldn't benefit from you, but there are places in your community where the children truly need your influence. They need that energy, that love. Like, truly. I don't know. It's tough because I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, it's a test, but you need to expect this. But I also feel like you need to explore your options, see what else is out there in terms of these environments that you can be assistant to. Like, I almost feel like looking at this, the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, it's like they want you to, like, the poor, like the kids who don't have hope, who don't have any reason to celebrate, like something like that. They want you to do more in your community, right? So if this keeps happening, this is the reason why. It's bigger than this one person. It's Spirit wants you to understand what this is really about. Okay. I'm sure she doesn't like the influence, like, yeah, that you have. But again, family. She gotta fuck off with that. Right. I feel like she gonna keep trying you though. I do. I don't feel like it's gonna be like she really gonna keep trying you. She wants you to leave, right? like you trigger her, okay? I don't You trigger this woman somehow, some way. You know. You know how you trigger. I think it's just your presence. Your energy is stronger than hers because you're a badass, right? We started with that. You got some spiritual juice because you got that chosen anointing on you. You got that juice. And she wants some. She want to poke at it. She mm, explosive. Like, you really do trigger her. You really do. You really do trigger this woman. That is so funny. hmm Right. I feel like the people in the community, like within the church setting, they would like you guys to get along. They would like you to see eye to eye or something like that. I don't think it's you. See that tower, even though it's the lighthouse in the background? Right, because I feel like that junk could happen again. Mm. You make somebody really nervous. You do. You make her real nervous. Yeah. I guess that conversation really had the impact, right? Mm. Interesting. I don't really feel like you need to focus on this chick too much at all. I don't. I feel like eventually she's going to come to you and there's going to be some sort of public statement, if you will. She's going to be like, I wasn't in an emotionally good place. I wasn't loving myself. Some shit like that. She will apologize to you, but I feel like it's going to be public. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't work with her. I know you said you got that situated, but I would stay away from this person. I would. Yeah, leave her alone. She got some shit to deal with. She not happy, and that's not your problem. Yeah, I'm seriously, like, she really not happy. Like, something wrong with her. Like, she's dealing with some sort of tragedy, heartbreak, some shit that she don't want to tell people about. Right. She just needs to get on the other side of that. It could be dealing with a child. I don't know if she lost a child or some shit like that recently. Six of Cups, Three of Swords, but yeah, it is something like that. No, give it some time. Like, really. But I don't feel like it's sincere. I feel like it would just be cat, not fact. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Give me a second. I just mm, that calling gets you in trouble. I'll tell you that. Yeah, she's waiting on something. Wow. This shit keep trying to figure out ways of taking your position, all right, and you keep like sidestepping her. But she's not done. Like I said, it would just be cat. It would not. Mm, mm, mm. She wants. It's funny, right? I know it says player, right? But that's my Sage card in this deck. So it's like she wants to put you in a neutral position. I feel like all this is going to come out. I really do. It's just a matter of time. I feel like they may end up asking her to move on from the community. We'll just call it that. Because somebody might just been trying to get into a position so they could, get their hands on them. Mm. That plate be going around a lot in churches. You'd be surprised. See? Giving money. Look at this shit. That's what I think. Look, isn't that funny? Because your family, right, to the pastor or whatever, um, and so you gonna be checking for the church, like, you know what I mean? Everything on the up and up. This person can't make the moves that they was trying to make to get at this money because every time they try, you right there like derailing shit. Like, careful. This is why she wants you out. That's interesting. Yeah. Fake smiles, fake smiles. Yeah, that's why she trying to chase your ass away. Alright? Yeah. This whoever this is, they love the money. They love the money. See, look. I feel like if somebody went looking, you would actually find extra trigger and if you went looking to other church communities this person belonged to, you would find out some interesting shit. Oh yeah, there is some bad karma coming. All right. I hope that helped you, sweetheart. I do. This chick ain't shit. But yeah, it really feels like she got bad karma coming because she got sticky fucking fingers. Whenever this person whenever they don't have no money, they go to the church and be like, let me top off. You welcome. That's trifling. That's really fucking trifling. To steal from the church. Although I do feel like most churches could do better with their actual community outreach. Like, I feel like at least once a month they should do a drawing and randomly just like, hey, we're gonna pay your light bill, sister such and such, brother such and such, or we're gonna pay your gas bill, or we're gonna fill up your freezer, or some shit like that. That'd be, be like the best sort of, oh, for real? I thought everything. Exactly. See, that's how they make. Anyway, I might even actually consider go, not for those reasons, but too often they don't do the outreach that they need to in the community, and that really pisses me off. It does. I can't even front, because you be like, all that money, that plate come out 9 times during the service, 9 times, Pastor. But you got a Rolls Royce, but Miss Jenkins, her car ain't moved in a week, and all she need is an alternator. What? It be that sort of shit that gets me, that butters my biscuits. It's the excess for me. Oh, what's the one? Copeland? That motherfucker got like snake eyes and shit. You ever look at Copeland in his face? He looked like the devil. When they say blue-eyed devil, that's the motherfucking face they talking about, y'all. Just saying. And got the nerve to be like, well, God wants me to have a jumbo jet. Get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with these people? Oh, good. Good, good, good. Get that outreach going. Like, for real, Have, like, literally, like, spring is here. People got yard work that need to be done. Got bad, like, really, community, community, community. Mm. Eat, I could really get on a pulpit about that shit, because I know growing up, the community that I belong to, we did that shit. Like, it wasn't like that. We fed the homeless every week, twice a week. AA, NA, community outreach, shut-ins, meal delivery. It was a real thing. We was a small little group, but our reverend gave every fuck. He gave every fuck. He did. He wasn't even about that life. He was in the community. Not saying that your family's not, just speaking on life. I'm like, I'm like, damn. The last church I stepped into with serious consideration, I was like, man. I met the pastor, and I liked the way he spoke. But when he got off that pulpit, that was just something about, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. You and your wife seem a little funny. It was just weird. Like, I just didn't like certain things. I didn't. I was like, this ain't going to be for me. I'm like, y'all don't even know the miracles that Jesus did type shit. Like, how you going to be against XYZ? It don't make sense. I'm like, anyway. No, I'm sure they do. That's why I said I wasn't directly like justing that your congregation didn't do those things. I was just speaking because I see a lot of shit on the internet, and I'd be like, my God, how is this man like? But now you see in these churches, people in their community coming like, I'm gonna need that rope chain pastors. Like, I don't agree with that. But how dare you be silly enough to flaunt that level of wealth in a community that is barely getting by? You got the latest 2022, 2023. What? And again, there's somebody in your congregation who needs to see a dentist but can't afford. It'd be like shit like that that bother me. Oh, I'm going to pray for you. Nah, Pastor, come up on some ducats. And it'd be shit like that. I don't know. But that's just how I feel about it. I just do. I'm like, So I'd be like, Jesus was a carpenter. He had a day job. What you do in the daytime, Pastor? The Catholics ain't perfect, but I tell you what, they required to have a day job. Meaning they're like priests and nuns and shit. They be doctors, lawyers, philosophers, scientists. They have day jobs. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to step off my pulpit for the morning. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.